Good afternoon and welcome to Scrapbooking with a Twist. I know, I have not made a video in what seems like forever, but I'm going to try to get a few made. Life has just kind of happened all over me, so if you will just be merciful with me, I will try to get some videos made. We've been so busy, and then I've kind of been sick. I had a little flare up with my heart. I actually had to have a little procedure done at the hospital, a follow-up procedure, and then after that I had this little flare up with my heart, but I'm feeling better. I don't know that I'm 100%. I'm still a little foggy, but I'm better, and so just kind of keep me in your prayers, and we're going to do good. Today, I'm going to make the embellishment for the Red Hot hop. And when I got to looking through my stuff, I thought, I got this die cut at Scrapbook Convention here a month or two ago, and in June, and I hadn't used it yet. And I thought, well, that would be really pretty in red. And so I think I got it at the Tall Mouse booth. And so this is all it is just the shoe with the flower kind of design cut out of it, which to me is really pretty, but it doesn't meet the qualifications for our swap, and I'm not going to leave it like that probably anyway. So I decided I don't do a lot with glitter paper, but this is just absolutely, it's almost like cloth. It's not glitter, like there's no glitter on it. It's just embedded in it. It is absolutely beautiful. This is just a glitter paper, but it's kind of pretty glitter paper. So I decided that I would put this on that silver to back it. So let's do that first. And I'm not going to put it everywhere. I'm just putting it under the shoe itself. So that'll be our 2 layers, but we're not going to leave it at just 2 layers. So I love my little fine tip glue tip for my Nuvo. If you use Nuvo, or it probably fits other bottles too, but if you have not discovered the fine tip for your Nuvo yet, you need to discover it. You can get them on Amazon, and they're just called, what are they called? If you just do Nuvo tips, I bet you Nuvo glue tips, I bet you'll find it. But they're wonderful. I've got several bottles now with it on it. Anyway, we're just going to glue this right on our silver glitter paper. Let that sit just a second before we start cutting it out. And like I said, I just had to fussy cut it but by not putting it some of these places, it actually made it easier to fussy cut. So just let that dry just a second. I'll show you what flower punches I used while we're doing that. Let me put the lid back on this. See, it has the little fine tip, and then it has the needle up in the lid that fits into it, so that it really helps it not get stopped up. So I used this is the largest one, and these are just Paper Studio punches that I have had for a jillion years. So this is this little bit larger one. I have probably 6 or 7 sizes of these, and then this is the medium-sized one that is there, and then this is just a little bitty one that I did the little flowers out of. Okay, I think that's probably ready to fussy cut. So today is the 4th of July when I'm doing this. It should have been posted, I think, the 30th, and so I'm behind. But like I said, there for a few days, I felt so rotten. I didn't care if I ever made another video or an embellishment. And the partner swap was due, and I wasn't feeling very good. I did manage to get it done, and I liked it. I ended up doing something that I liked, but but I had a little motivational trouble with it just because I just felt so bad. But I'm feeling better. My blood pressure got up, and then I just got in this fog and yucky. Just that jittery, anxious, can't really explain it, mind not clear and good. I mean, I hate it when I get like that. And I had AFib, and I had an ablation, a surgery for it, back in 2020, February of 2020. And it's been great since then. And this makes the second little kind of episode that I've had with my heart since I had that, and that's it. And I don't think it's the AFib. I don't know what it is. We're going to do some tests. I was swelling, and so we did the venous Dopplers, and nothing was wrong there, no blood clots or anything. So they're going to do an echo here in a couple of weeks or week and a half or so. And I don't know. It feels like I can't breathe sometimes. And so we may need to check some of that out. I don't know. But I'm feeling better, and that's what matters. My daughter and her boys were going to go to the movie and see How to Train Your Dragon, and I wasn't feeling the greatest earlier today, and I backed out on that, but I do have a grandson here with me, so when I don't feel good, I don't like to be here by myself. So he's here with me, and he's he checks on me, and he's really good. He's the youngest, but he's a good caretaker. And he knows how to use the phone. So if I needed somebody, he could definitely get him. Okay, so there we are. And there's not much to this. I need to do the twist before I get too much deeper in this. I'm going to be building these flowers, and there's nothing I need to talk you through. I've shown you the different sizes. I'm going to use these itsy bitsy teeny tiny little jewels, little rhinestone jewels. They are from Want to Scrap, and I absolutely love them because they are so tiny. They can look elegant and not look over the top, and so I love them. So I'm going to do the twist. I want to read my eyes. That's another thing on my list. I've got to have cataract surgery. My eyes are really bugging me. So I want to just read this. This is John 8:34 through 36. Jesus replied, "Very truly, I tell you, everyone who sins is a slave to sin. Now, a slave has no permanent place in the family, but a son belongs to it forever. So if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed." And I can wing the rest of it. You know, we have all sinned. There isn't a single one of us that hasn't sinned. So according to this scripture, if we have sinned, then we are a slave to sin. And there's only one solution to that, and that is to be set free from sin by the Son. And of course, the Son that can do that is Jesus. So we all need that. And, I thought today is the 4th of July. And so I thought, a little devotional about freedom would be good for today. So I thought, we live in this land where we're so free. We can be anything we want to be. We can do anything we want to do. We can buy a house. We can worship freely. We have so many freedoms that many, many, many countries in the world do not have. And we take them for granted. And we need to remember, I need to remember, that our freedom is a gift. God gave us our freedom. It's not anything. Yes, excuse my dog. Yes, there were people who died in our revolution and in our Civil War and things like that, and they paid a great price. But our freedom, bottom line, is from the Lord. And so we need to thank Him for it and acknowledge that He is the one who gives us our freedom. So as we celebrate the 4th of July, we have to understand that freedom is amazing, but without being free from sin, our freedom as a citizen in a nation would be really shallow. So freedom is amazing, and we certainly want it. We desire it. But without freedom from sin, through forgiveness by the Son, that freedom's pretty shallow. All right, about to get these made. I'm just going to put 3 of these little flower combinations in with the shoe. So what you're actually going to get, if you're in my group, will be the shoe and these 2 bigger flowers, a smaller flower, and then a couple of little flowers just to toss around somewhere. But now we've got to do this to put on our shoe. So we've got 2 layers in our red and in our silver, but we're going to build this little this little flower and put on our shoe. So I'm going to put one right up here on this bigger flower of on the like tie of the shoe, the ankle of the shoe, and then put one right here on the toe of the shoe. So let's put that right there, kind of press it down, a little bit of extra glue there, and let's see if I can find another. Oh, there it is. Put that up there. I love this red and silver together. Okay. All right, and then we will put the little red jewel in the middle of that. These little jewels stick pretty good, but I just don't trust them. There's one. And there is the other one. Okay, I think that's going to be it. So this is what you're going to get. The 2 bigger ones, 1 smaller one, and a couple of these little ones, and your shoe. So that will be what comes. I've got them all bagged up, and I thought, oh, I'll get those in the mail tomorrow. That was yesterday. Well, today is the 4th of July, and there isn't going to be any mail today, but I will get them in the mail tomorrow so that they can get on their way. That's not quite in the center. There we go. Oops. Get back on there. Okay, so there you go. And I thought about putting a little title in there like fancy or all dressed up, and I thought, nah, I think I'll just tuck in these extra flowers. Then you can kind of do with, I thought maybe prom or a special anniversary or birthday or like a cruise formal night, dress-up night. So I thought they could go with just about anything. So my team, I hope you enjoy these. They're pretty simple. They were kind of fun to make though. So just here, let me see if I can get you a little bit closer view and with some light. I am going to buy some new lighting one of these days when I can kind of afford it. I will get some new lighting. For now, if you'll just kind of put up with me, I sure would be appreciative. I need a lot of mercy lately on a lot of different things. But I am going to try to get another video done, maybe a layout share or something, just to get some videos up. So have a blessed day and be a blessing to someone else. Thanks for dropping by.